back of the instrument, this is a power cord interface. This is the communication interface used to connect to the computer. Plug in the power cord. Front of the instrument, this is the emergency switch. In an emergency, press it and the instrument will power off. This is the power switch of the instrument. This is a micro printer. Press the power switch to turn on. This is the test interface of the instrument. First, let's click Settings to enter the setting interface. Select the type of experiment. Let's do the tensile experiment first. Then select Automatic for judgment mode and return mode. Preload force setting 0.1. The experimental speed of the tensile experiment is 150. Gauge length setting normally set to 50. The sample width is based on the width of your actual sample. The demo uses 15. Sample thickness is set according to your sample thickness. The sample used for demonstration is 0.15. Braking condition 75%. Return speed 500. After setting is completed, click Home. Then enter the test interface. You can see the tensile mode. Then we click Clear first. Experimental sample cutting. First of all, the cutting tools used for cutting must be sharp. The edges of the cut sample should be smooth and without chips or burrs. Experimental materials can be cut horizontally or vertically. According to the requirements of your experiment, cut the sample. Get standard tensile test sample. Get standard tear test sample. The sample is required to be vertically clamped into the center of the upper and lower fixtures. Clamp the sample gently, no special force is required. If it is a smooth sample, you need to tighten it firmly. Click Run. After completing the experiment, the stop button will light up. At the same time, you can see the number of experiments and experimental data on the screen. Repeat 5 sets of experiments. Click on Home page. Then click Report. Here you can see experimental data from past experiments. Click Report Settings. You can fill in experimental information. After filling in, click Return. Then click Print Report. Next, we do the tearing experiment. Click Settings. Experiment type, select tear. The tear parameter is roughly the same as the tensile difference. The experimental speed is set according to the sample, 200. Then set the gauge length to 50. Then we return to the home page. Click Test. You can see the tearing mode. Click Clear. The sample is required to be vertically clamped into the center of the upper and lower fixtures. After the sample is loaded, return to the instrument test interface. Then click Run. After the experiment is completed, it will reset to initial position. When the movement distance returns to 0, it becomes a stop state. Click on Home page. Click Report. View the report of the completed experiment. Click Report Settings. Fill in the experimental information. Click Print Report.